It's day one of eating only spicy food for a week. I'm in my dorm right now with my roommates, and we're eating some food that we just got from an area here on campus. Looks pretty good, but I'm gonna have to douse it in this to make it kosher for the challenge. Make it valid, you know. Bowl. What do you say, is that good? No? More? Oh my gosh, bro. I'm gonna run out of Cholula. How's that? I'm not much of a spicy food kind of guy. I mean, I grow a lot of peppers, but I'm not Hispanic.
Carrot top, need a close up on it. It's looking so good.
Very acidic. It's the first thing that hits me. And it's pretty spicy. About as spicy as a jalapeno. Day one. Just doing my homework and I wanted to eat this cookie, but then I remembered I gotta make it spicy, so I've got this Tabasco up here. Goes nothing, I guess. I'm gonna have to get enough so every bite's spicy, or else I'm lacking on the thing, you know? That looks disgusting. Here we go. Actually, once you get into like the seasoning of the cookie, it's oatmeal raisin. It tastes like kind of good, to be honest, but I'm not very picky. It's pretty spicy. I mean, it's Tabasco. I'm sure I'll get sick of it eventually. Oh. Oh. Look a little homeless, but regardless, it's been a week. I'm excited to stop eating spicy food. For the first few days, it was just kind of tedious, but then it slowly, like, I don't know, if my tolerance got better. One of the biggest takeaways, I guess, if you want to build up a spice tolerance, this is a good way of doing it. Certainly made my food more interesting. It wasn't always bad. Anyways, on to the boat build. Ever since I uploaded the original boat video, I've always wanted to do a sequel. This time around, I had some 55-gallon drums at my disposal. As soon as I started thinking about boat design, I had to start prototyping and 3D modeling. So here's the first prototype. I was going to make the boat just be like one of the 55-gallon drums, except cut into it, and that would primarily just be the entire boat, would just be a 55-gallon drum. I did some weight calculations. I don't think a 55-gallon drum alone would be able to support everything, so I started work on another prototype. The boat would look more like a canoe of two 55-gallon barrels. I figured that would be way too tippy, because there wouldn't be a keel or anything with that. These designs are designs that are very bike focused. They're keeping the bike in mind, and I'm building a boat that's a hybrid as a bike trailer, so I'm going to need to also think about the boat. And I mean, last time I built a boat, it was just thrown together. There wasn't any planning. So I decided to make a more boat focused boat trailer design. And this is as far as I got before I started 3D modeling. Okay, so this is what I'm working with. I'm hoping these will do the trick. Because they're cylinders, they're going to be able to roll, but I'm hoping with my design that won't really be an issue. This barrel's actually currently full of water. I don't know, the fact that it's holding water is good though, because that means it's going to be able to keep water out as well. Oh my gosh! I don't know if I'll be able to do this. Found this old trowel along with a few really big slugs. It's like a heartbeat.
Also, I'm way zoomed in, you know.
This is the old boat. All in all, it's still intact. It's the next day, it's a lot colder, and it just got done raining. Last night I finished sorting my wood. I found out this blueprint last night. Blueprint, I don't really know what to call it. I 3D modeled the design this time just because it would allow me to do a lot more without having to just kind of build it without any idea of what I was building, you know what I mean? And I also came up with a bill of materials. I screwed this down and it's sitting pretty flush. But then this over here, I'm dealing with really old wet wood, but I mean, that's ridiculous. Everything's going to plan. Next up is the floor. I'm losing daylight pretty quickly. I'm building the floor deck, the place where we'll be standing, paddling, whatever, and where we'll be keeping all of our luggage. I'm just going to finish this for tonight. It's a lot brighter. I'm just loading up the boats. Just barely fit. The water is not anywhere close enough to be able to test my boat. The lake will be deeper because it's a lake. We're gonna have to go somewhere else. So we just went and checked out another place on the creek. There was no way of getting down there. I'll probably mount the wheels on it and the bike stuff. I pulled out these two old bikes, which I'll hopefully be using for parts on the boat and its wheels and stuff. One of my closer high school friends, he's willing to buy some wood for me. I know this is a build a boat for free challenge, but I'm not paying for it. He's willing to do it, and I was just like, man, you don't have to do this, but I mean, if he's willing to do it, I mean, I'll take it. So now I have two brains on the job. My dad actually just said I could do some light modification to this. I remember riding in this when I was a kid. Anyway, this is a great way to mount my trailer to my bike. My phone died while taking that last time lapse. Logan is most likely actually going to join Javi and I on the camping trip, which is pretty crazy. This is what we're left with for tonight. These wheels now have wheel wells, but they're not attached. Looks nice. So I just rode down to the lake for the first time. I've never seen it in person. I've only seen it on maps. I mean, it looks really nice. It's a really short boat across. It'll be a good maiden voyage for this boat. The only issue is, if you can see behind me, that's the trail you have to use to get here. I don't know how we're gonna get the trailer down here. Right now I'm gonna be working on the wheels. This is obviously a problem. The warping on the other train. We're looking at shopping cart, caster wheels, whatever you want to call them. The training wheels aren't cutting it, so we got some big caster wheels, and then we also have little caster wheels. When we were testing it last night in the dark, it ended up like ripping off. I'm replacing those screws with long screws, and I'm running into this issue where there's just like a ton of torn wood. It's just old wood. I have to deal with it. For added stability, I'm going to add a bolt that runs through here just to drive into this, because I really don't want those breaking. So I already have this side rigged up, and it's actually looking pretty good with this taking a lot of the weight. It won't break. I have a long day ahead of me. I guess we have a long day ahead of us. The boat's, I'm pretty sure, all the way done. Everything's looking good. Javi and I are about to leave campus. He's back there. I don't know if you can see him. We're off to go look for his hat because he thinks he left it at the lake. The plan is, once we get there, I'm just gonna change into a swimsuit and swim across. It's gonna be pretty cold, but I think it's good content, am I right? It's an absolutely beautiful day to be doing this. Got to the lake. It's just like I remember it. We're gonna take some time to look for the hat over on this side before I guess, swim across. I'm gonna try putting my phone in a wet bag and swimming across with it. I'm wearing Javi's hat. It was just right over here, just laying in the grass. This is where we had our campfire, and then there's where we laid out our enormous tent. Yep, there he is.
So the hat is important because my grandpa gave it to me because his brother, Trapper Dan, works in the Idaho State Parks and Rec as a ranger, and it's just a cool hat. You can't get him anywhere else.
Gonna have to swim across now. Yeah, here we go, I guess. Dried off and got back into my dry clothes. It was certainly interesting. I'm glad I could help a friend. Javi, how are you feeling about this?
Much better. Thanks, bud.
Yeah. On my channel at this point, I've filmed everything on my cell phone, my LG V30, which, I mean, it has some nice cameras. It has a few lenses on the back. But I'm thinking I should probably get a GoPro just for all the stuff I do. I think it would just work out better, but I don't have any money. I'm a college student, and I love doing this sort of thing, and to be honest, I would probably do a lot of this stuff even if I weren't filming it. I don't know, if you guys want me to make more videos like this, just support the channel, keep watching, subscribe. It means a lot, really. Every time I see a new subscriber, like, I don't know, it just gives me hope. I'll see you guys later. Somehow I managed to not do that